Hello again, everybody. It's Chris back again with another episode of Jerk of All Trades. Tonight, I'm actually going to show you how to recycle old candles into fire starters. You may have seen these before. Usually you melt some candle wax and some shavings, and it's pretty self-explanatory, but I'm just going to go ahead and show you and make a video of it anyway. Egg cartons, some old wax. I use an old crock pot. Got this at a yard. I think I found this one in a storage unit actually, but you can get them at a yard sale. $2 or $3. There's almost always one sitting on the shelf at Goodwill for like $5. It will destroy your crock pots. You don't really want to melt wax in a decent one. You can melt wax on the stovetop. I don't recommend doing it for, especially if you use a gas stove. Melted wax can be very flammable. It's extremely dangerous. You're supposed to melt it in a double boiler. That's why I use a crock pot, because there's no open flame there and they don't get to the point of combustion. You can use an electric stove. You put it in a pan of water and heat it up. I've also put the liner from a crock pot in a big stock pot with water in it and done it on the wood stove. I make a couple of batches of these a year. They make a really good high flame and they burn for a long time. And it's a good way to get rid of your old candles. That's all this is here, is a bunch of busted up old candles. There's a couple of great big ones. There's some little ones in the bottom, a big old fragrant candle on the top of it. It'll take an hour or two for all this to melt down. And once it's liquid, I'll have everything set up here and I'll show you how to pour them. So stay tuned. Okay, so our wax is all melted in the crock pot for a couple hours. What I've got here is 4 old, these are 18 egg cartons. You know, a dozen cartons are fine. Cut all 4 of these. And now I've got them separated, the cell sides that held the eggs from the tops. And I'm only going to use the cell sides. I'm going to rip up the tops actually and show you what I'm going to do with that in a minute. This can is just to dip the wax out of the crock pot, and I'll show you what the shavings are for in a second too. But that's what I've got right here. Some compressed, these are kiln dried pine shavings. If you don't have those, you don't absolutely need them. You can substitute newspaper, balled up newspaper, paper towels, or as I'm going to show you in just a second here, strips of cardboard ripped from the tops. There now, as you can see, the tops, when you rip them up, give you more than enough to fill up the egg cups. Not all egg cartons are built that way, which is why originally these are used to be made with pine shavings. And I'll show you how to do that. It's super, super easy. You literally just fill up the egg carton with pine shavings. Or cedar shavings or whatever. If you have a small animal and you have small animal bedding, works. I've seen people make these with balled up newspaper, paper towel strips, pieces of old rag, basically anything absorbent. All you're doing is making a giant fat candle. You're just making a wick to soak up the wax so that when you light this with a lighter, it will burn, and they burn quite good. I'll show you at the end of this. I'll light a fire with one after they're solidified. And then it's really simple. You just dip the wax out, being careful, of course, not to burn yourself. I'm doing this on an old plastic bag. You can do this on newspaper, and then use the newspaper itself that's now soaked with wax as fire lighters too. But it's not rocket surgery. You just pour the melted wax into your egg cartons with your absorbent material.
go too far, it'll soak through the egg cartons and make a huge mess. Which is why we do it on a surface that you can clean. Plastic bag I think is good because when the wax that's on it hardens, I can just break it off and throw it right back into the crock pot for next time. I'm making a huge mess. And this can is really hot. There you go. Those are about half full. Little cells in the egg cartons are about half full. I'm gonna put a little bit more in the one with the shavings. The shavings are very absorbent. Maybe you want to demo these. See which one works better. There you have it. Now I just have to let these cool off. It'll take a couple hours before they cool off, and then I'll show you what the final product looks like. And here's what they look like as a finished product. These ones are the ones made out of just cardboard, and that one over there is the one made out of pine shavings. And that one in the middle, I actually went back after I shut off the camera last night, and I decided to make one of them partially both, just to see how well they would light. So, there it is. So, all you do with these, this is the beauty of these damn things. You just, since they're made out of an egg carton, you just break off a section when you're ready to light a fire. Just like that. Boom. Got some kindling in the stove. Tuck that in there like so. Here's my lighter. And you'll watch that thing will take right off. And they burn for quite a while actually. Which is great. They'll get wet stuff going. They're great to bring camping. If you make these things and then bring a Ziploc freezer bag full of them camping with you, there's nothing like it. Your campfires are easy at that point. You just bury one of these in a pile of stuff and off it goes. Admittedly, I've got some pretty good kindling right here, but this is because I'm actually burning some green wood that's not so great right now. This time of the year, I love these fire lighters because I don't keep the fire going all the time. It would drive me out of this thing. A trailer with a wood stove in it heats up really quick, and it cools off just about as fast. Look at that thing. It's already got the wood going. Just like that. Got the, let me get this fire going. It's kind of late tonight, but got the fire going, and I've got a stock pot full of water sitting on the stove here for the next project. Little DIY, which is going to be showing you how to make some really effective homemade laundry detergent with no weird chemicals in it, no perfumes or weird smells. So, if you like content like this, please subscribe for more. I'm going to do more of this DIY type homesteading stuff. This is just what I do anyway. Wow, look at that thing go. I love these things. Anyway, have a good one, folks. Stay safe out there.